Good morning, students. In previous video lecture we have seen about AWT controls. So some basic concepts related to AWT controls or components. So in that AWT supports several AWT controls or components for creating GUI applications. Some of them are labels, push buttons, checkboxes, choice lists, scroll bars, text area, text field, etc. So in that about labels already we have seen how to create a label object and how to add label object on the container or window. So about that we have seen one example program also. So in this video lecture we will discuss about other AWT components. So mainly push buttons, checkboxes, choice lists and lists. So first we will discuss about buttons. The most widely used AWT control is the push button. A push button is a component that contains a label and that generates an event when it is pressed. So that means push button is an active control that gives some response to the user whenever the user presses the button or clicks the button. Mainly this button object is created with two constructors. One is button without any argument that creates a label that creates a button without any label or without any caption. Then the second constructor that takes one string type of argument. This creates a button object with the given string as the label for the button. So that means two constructors. The first one creates a button without any label, second one creates a button with the given label. So after creating the button object without any label or with label, we can set the label or we can change the label by using the set label method. So set label method is used to set the label for the created button object, and to know the which label the particular button object contains, for that also we have the method get label. So that means set label method is used to set the label for the button object. Get label method returns the label or caption attached to the button. So that is briefly about button or push buttons. So push button is an active control that generates an event when it is pressed. So that means that gives a response to the user whenever the user presses the button or clicks the button. So that button is created with two constructors: button without any argument, button with string type of argument. The first one creates a button without any caption or label. The second one creates a button with the specified label. So then two methods, set label, another one is get label. So set label method is used to set the specified label for the button. Get label method returns the label attached to the button. So now we will see one example program for demonstrating these buttons. That means how to create the button, how to add those buttons to the window. So this is the program I written. So in this first I import AWT package, because I go to write this program for demonstrating the push buttons. So all the push buttons are created by using the predefined class button. This button class is present in the package called AWT. So that's why we need to import AWT package. That means all the AWT controls are components like labels, push buttons, choice lists, are present in the package called AWT. So in this program I go to use the button class, so that's why I need to import AWT package. Then applet package, I import this package because I go to create an applet window. For that purpose I need to extend the properties from applet class. This applet class is present in the package called applet, so that's why I need to import total 2 packages. Then applet tag needs to place within the comment line. Then we need to define one public class with button demo. Here button demo is user defined applet that is created by extending the predefined applet. Then within this button demo class I go to override init method. This init method is the method of applet class. Within this within the button demo class, this init method is overrided like this. So mainly the init method is for making the initializations. So here I go to do some initialization activities. So in that the first one is button object creation. So the button object is created as button, this is the class. Then object name v1 equal to new button by giving some caption. So here in this example I used the second constructor for creating the button objects. Button v1 equal to new button and the caption is yes. So like that v2 object caption is no. Then v3 button object v3, then the caption is undecided. So like that 3 button objects are created with 3 captions yes, no and then undecided. So after creating the button objects, compulsory we need to add these button objects to the applet window or any container. So adding the components to the container is possible with the method called add. So here first I go to add the v1 object. So the method is add of v1. So like that v2 button is added, add v2, then add v3. So like that 3 buttons are added to the applet window. Then close the init method and close the class. So this is the program. This creates total 3 buttons and 3 buttons are added to the applet window. So if you see the execution, so because this is applet, we need to execute this with applet waiver. So this is the window we get. So code is total 3 button objects are created with the captions yes, no and then undecided. Those are added in the order. First v1 is added, then v2, then v3, yes, no and then undecided. The default layout manager for this applet is flow layout, so that's why the buttons are added from left to right and top to bottom. So first to yes, no and then undecided. So because these are active controls, this gives responses to the user clicks. So whenever we provide the event handling, when we press the yes button or no button or undecided button, we get some response from the application. So that's why button is active control. So that is about button or buttons creation. So now we'll move to next AWT component, that is checkboxes. A checkbox is a control that is used to turn an option on or off. So simply that is a small rectangular box, either that is checked or unchecked. That means that is having some check mark or uncheck mark. And also there is a label associated with each checkbox to describe that checkbox. So we change the state of the checkbox by clicking on it. Checkboxes can be used individually or as part of a group. So if you use the checkboxes individually, we can select multiple checkboxes at a time. Suppose the multiple checkboxes are used in a single group. In that group only we can select one checkbox at a time. That kind of checkboxes are called as radio buttons. About that we will see in the next program. So checkboxes are constructed by using these constructors. The first one, checkbox without any caption or without any argument. This creates a checkbox whose label is initially blank. So no label for identifying that checkbox. The state of the checkbox is unchecked. That means no check mark for that checkbox. That is about first constructor. Then the second constructor creates a checkbox with the given label, and then the checkbox is unchecked. And the third one is checkbox, then string type of value and boolean type of value. So this creates a checkbox with the specified label, and then if we give the boolean value as true, then that checkbox is initially checked. Then checkbox string str boolean on, that means true value. Then checkbox group name, total 3 arguments. So in this checkbox is placed in the particular checkbox group, then that become as radio button. Then initial checkbox checking, that is if you place true, that is checked initially. So this is about, the next one is also same but order is changed. So like that we have total 5 constructors for creating the checkboxes. Then the methods related to this checkbox are getState. GetState returns the status of the checkbox, whether that is checked or unchecked. Then suppose I want to set the state either checked or unchecked, we have the method setState. If we use true, then that checkbox is checked. If we give boolean value false, then that checkbox is unchecked. Suppose if you want to know the label associated with that checkbox, we have the method getLabel. To set the label for the checkbox, we have the method called setLabel with the given string. So that is about 5 constructors of checkbox and 4 methods related to checkbox. So now we go to see an example program that demonstrates checkbox. So this is the program I written for demonstrating the checkboxes. So in this I created frame window. Instead of this you may write applet also. So if you write applet, simply replace here, write the public class by extending applet, and here in the place of constructor write the init method. Okay, so now we will see this program. So class checkbox demo extends frame. One frame window is created. Then that frame window is initialized with these actions. So in that, the first one I go to set the title for the frame window by using set title checkbox demo. Then I need to set the size for the frame window by using set size. Then to make the frame window visible, we need to execute set visible as true. Then we need to set the layout for the frame window, whereas if you write the applet, no need to set the layout because the default layout manager for applet is flow layout. Automatically on applet window, the flow layout manager works by default, whereas for frame we need to set the layout explicitly by using set layout method. In this example, to arrange the components from left to right and top to bottom, I use flow layout manager. Then I go to create checkbox components. So first one, checkbox C1 equal to new checkbox. That means first constructor I used no label for the checkbox, and initially the checkbox is unchecked. Then C2 label DOS, and initially that is unchecked. C3 label is window, and that checkbox is initially checked. Suppose initially C1 is not having any label. I want to set the label. I go to set the label as C1 dot set label. C1 dot set. This is the method for setting the label as Linux. Then I go to add the components one by one by using add method. First C1, then C2, and then C3. Like that, these three components are added to frame window. Then go to write the client class. Here I written main method. Within the main method, we need to create the object for our created frame class, that is checkbox demo f equal to new checkbox demo. So like this we need to write the program. So the same program we may write by using applet also. So try yourself for developing this application by using applet. We will run this one. So first compilation. Sorry, the file name is cbox demo. Program is successfully compiled. Then we need to run, because this is application, we need to run by using Java, not with applet waiver. So then a frame window is created. This is the output. So here if you observe, total 3 checkboxes are created. So actually initially C1 is not having any label. After some time we add the label by using set label method by giving the caption Linux. So that's why the checkbox is created, and initially that is unchecked. We may do checking like this. And the second one C2, that is DOS, and that is also unchecked. And coming to third C3, so the caption is window or Windows. Then here we given the true, so that means the checkbox is checked. So like this the 3 checkboxes are created, and these may be checked like this. So that is about checkboxes demonstration. So now we'll move to checkbox group. It is possible to create a set of mutually exclusive checkboxes in which one and only one checkbox in the group can be checked at any one time. These checkboxes are often called radio buttons. So because they act like the station selector on a radio, that means only one station can be selected at any one time. So that's why these checkboxes are called radio buttons. For creating a set of mutually exclusive exclusive checkboxes, we must first define the group to which they will belong and then specify that group when we construct the checkboxes. So about this we will see with example. So the methods related to this are get selected checkbox and set selected checkbox. This returns which checkbox is selected. Get set selected checkbox, by using this method we can select a particular checkbox. So we'll see this also with example program. So this is program that demonstrates radio buttons or checkbox group. So here also I created frame window. So the same may be edited by using applet also. So class radio button extends frame. 3 checkboxes are created. If these 3 checkboxes are placed independently, then multiple selection is allowed. If these 3 checkboxes are placed in a group, then that does not allow multiple selection. Only one checkbox is selected at any one time. That kind of checkboxes are called as the radio buttons. So these are how these radio buttons we will see. So then total 3 checkboxes are created. Then constructor, so title demo or radio buttons demo, then size visible true, flow layout, then create the checkbox group like this. Checkbox group cbg equal to new checkbox group. That means here only one group is created. We can create any number of groups. In that particular group only one checkbox is selected at any one particular time. So here I created only one checkbox group. Then C1, so already reference is created here. Here we go to create the object C1 equal to new checkbox. Then the label is dash. Then this C1 is placed in the group CBG. So C1 is placed in the group CBG and initially that checkbox is checked. So here that's why here we need to give true. Then C2 Windows caption. Then C2 is also placed in the same group, that is CBG. Then initially that is unchecked. Then C3, this label is Unix and this is also placed in the same group, then that is unchecked. So like that 3 checkboxes C1, C2, C3 are created and placed in the same group. So if we place these 3 checkboxes in the same group, then only one checkbox at a time is selected. That means only one checkbox we can check at a time. So then the radio buttons are checkbox are added like this. Then client class main method, that user defined frame object is created like this. Now we go to see the execution. So if you observe the output, so in earlier example the checkbox as rectangular box. So here the checkbox is in round fashion. So this is called radio button. So actually I created this by using the checkbox class, but if we place the checkbox object in the group, then that becomes as a radio button like this. So in the total 3 radio buttons are there. In these 3 radio buttons only initially one radio button is checked because that C1 is true. Suppose if you want to check another radio button, then for this that checking is gone. So that means in these three buttons at a particular point of time only one radio button or checkbox is selected. This kind of checkbox are called radio buttons. Suppose if you click here, the selection for this is gone. So like that only one selection within the group is possible. That kind of buttons, that kind of checkboxes are called as the radio buttons. So that is about checkbox group. So now we'll move to choice list. This is also one of the important AWT component. The choice class is used to create a pop-up list of items from which the user may choose. The choice list looks like this. This is choice list. If you click here, that internally contains some collection of items, some list of items. Initially that shows only one item. If you click here, one pop-up list is displayed like this, that contains some collection of items. So this kind of choice list is created by using the class called choice, or the AWT component called choice. So the methods are similar to earlier. So here I go to create choice object, two references, one is OS, another one is browser. Then this is applet program, init method, OS new choice. No item is added, only list is created. OS equal to new choice, then browser equal to new choice. So that means two choice lists are created with the name, one is OS, another one is browser. For each choice list we go to add some items by using add method. First we go to add items to the OS choice list as os.add Windows 98 or XP. So that means this is the item we go to add to the list OS. Then os.add Windows NT or 2000, the second item added to the OS. Then third item Solaris, fourth item Mac OS. That means total we created two choice lists, one is OS, another one is browser. For OS choice list we go to add total 4 items, Windows 98, Windows NT, Solaris and Mac. Then we go to add the items for browser choice list, browser.add Netscape, browser.add Netscape 4.x. Select that 4 items up to this. Then browser.add Internet Explorer, then Internet 4, 5, 6, then browser.add Linux 2.4, like that. Suppose I want to select particular item, browser.select Netscape 4.x. So like this two choice lists are created and some items are added to each choice list. After that we need to add those two choice lists to the window by using add method, add of OS. Entire choice list is added to the container, and that means choice list, the internal elements of that list are added to the container. Then add of browser. So like that two choice lists are added. Then close the init method and close the class. No need to write faint method here, this is not necessary. Then go to write the applet tag like this. Then run the applet, compile the applet by using Java C and run the applet by using applet weaver. With that we get this output. Two choice lists are created like this. If we click here, the list of items displayed like this. If we click in this choice list, that also displays the list of items we placed here. All these items are displayed when we click here. So this kind of AWT control is called as choice list. Then next AWT component is list. So the list class provides a compact multiple choice scrolling selection list. So earlier choice list allows the selection of only one item at a time. So that means if we click Windows 90 or 98 or XP, that is come here. If we select Solaris, that is comes here. That means we can select only one item at a time from the choice list. Then coming to list, this allows multiple items selection. So this is a list, contains some list of items, and multiple selection is also possible if you use the list. So this list is created with these three constructors: list, number of rows, and multiple selection. If you give multiple selection true, then that allows multiple selection. The first version creates a list control that allows only one item to be selected at any one time. In the second form, the value of number of rows specifies the number of entries in the list that will always be visible. That means suppose list contains 100 items, all the items are not at a particular time, we can't see. So that's why how many number of items at a time we need to see, so that we can specify by using number of rows. Then this multiple selection, if we give true, multiple selection is also possible. Then items add with the item, then we add in the specified index. We can place the particular item at any position by giving the index also. Then get selected item, get selected index. So by giving the item, we can get the index in which position that item is present. That also we can get. Those are some methods. We go to see the example program. This is applet program. So here two list of object reference are created. First list object reference is OS, then second one is browser. OS new list, then 4, that means 4 items at a time visible. Then initially multiple selection is possible. Then browser, 4 items at a time visible. Then multiple selection not allowed. Then we go to add the items like this. For OS, these are the items added by using add method. For browser, these are the items added. Browser the select of one means this selects the first item in the browser list. Then we need to add the things like this. So then to get the items or selected items or selected index of the list or of the selected items, we go to take that by using get selected indexes. Then we go to print those indexes by using g.drawstring. So if you run the program, so we get the lists like this, two lists. Then only here 4 items at a time visible, here 3 items only visible because we set it like that. So 4 and then 4 items at a time are visible. Then this allows multiple selection. So current OS, current browser selections are displayed here. So that is about a list.